We have finally come to the end of 2021, which has been a very good year for Indian cricket overall. We have witnessed some individual brilliances, some fantastic team performances from both the Indian men as well as the Indian women in 2021. We've also seen many shocking off the field decisions, but at the end, Indian cricket has definitely given its fans like me something to think and smile about at the end of the day. Now, let us see some of favorite moments about Indian cricket in 2021. The first one has to be the series victory down under and breaching of the Gabba Fortress. From a 36 all out in the first test, we were all worried about how the Indian team would come back after missing the likes of Kohli for the rest of the test series against Australia. We had a very young team and also a sort of depleted team due to injuries for the third and the fourth test. The third test, we saw a fantastic partnership between Ravichandran Ashwin and Hanuma Vihari, who were very resilient and nudged the Indian team towards a draw. And the fourth test, the Gabba victory, was even more special because youngsters like Washington Sundar and Shardul Thakur really stepped up and we were able to breach that 32-year-old Gabba Fortress. Looking at how Australia is literally thrashing and dominating England right now at the same venues, the Indian victory sounds even more sweeter to our ears. Thrashing England at home 3-1. Rohit Sharma's 161 in the Chennai test in the first innings and Ravichandran Ashwin's 106 in the second innings on a difficult Chepauk pitch is something that a true Indian fan definitely cannot forget. England were struggling to score beyond 200 in that same test on that same wicket, while we were able to score more freely. Also in the third and fourth test at the Motera, we found a star. Akshar Patel picked up 20 wickets in the third and fourth test against England and he did a really commendable job. Since then, he has been a part of the Indian test team. The third one has to be the Indian tour of England, especially the Lord's test. We all remember how Shami and Bumrah put up a partnership of 90 plus runs for the ninth wicket that eventually led India's fight back. England were clueless as to how to pick up a wicket and from adversity we came to a position of victory. It was a fantastic effort from the Indian men's team at the Lord's Test. The Indian women drawing their sole test against England. The girls were playing a test match after a gap of 7 long years. England just needed 2 wickets on the last 2 sessions for a win. In came Sneh Rana with a brilliant and a brave 80 of 154 balls and Tanya Bhatia with a 44 of 88 deliveries. They made England captain and their bowlers scratch their heads, and I was literally able to hear my heart beat, especially in the last 5 overs of the day. It was an absolute and brilliant effort and a very brave innings from these two to have drawn the game for India. Indian women ending Australia's ODI winning streak. We showed a lot of character on that tour, especially in the ODI and T20 series. We all know that the second ODI was a controversial one with the no ball decision being ruled in favor of Australia. We should have won that one game, but again in the third ODI it was a fantastic fight back from the likes of Yastika Bhatia and especially Jhulan Goswami in that series was fantastic with the bat as well. Jhulan's boundary and that celebration will definitely remain in my memories for a very long time. We played a single pink ball test. It was our first pink ball test in that same tour and it was a draw. We were on the verge of victory, but again due to rain the sessions were shortened, but it was overall a very memorable tour for Team India. CSK's comeback. After a disappointing outing in the year 2020, CSK looked like winning the trophy right from the word go. From the first game, they seemed to have all tactics and their combinations intact as they usually do, and it was the vintage MS Dhoni and the CSK management style as they lifted the trophy. Harmanpreet Kaur winning the player of the tournament in the Women's Big Bash League. She has been struggling with injuries and was not in form for the last 1 year. In fact, since the T20 World Cup in 2020. Women's Big Bash League has definitely turned it around for Harmanpreet Kaur, and it is a very significant thing because we have the Women's World Cup just in a few months in March 2020 in New Zealand, and I definitely believe that This stint in Australia has helped Harmanpreet Kaur to be back amongst the runs, and she definitely looks like a very, very different player now. Moving ahead, what are the things I would like to see for Indian cricket in the year 2022? The first thing will be obviously the Indian women winning the World Cup, their first ever World Cup title in March in New Zealand. The second thing I would love to see is a women's IPL, an extended event of the current format of the T20 Challenge that will definitely help a lot of budding Indian cricketers. And the third thing is the Indian men's team winning the T20 World Cup trophy and their tour to England, the Test series.